Hey, good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are doing great today. Let me move my coffee. We are going to open the occasion pop-up card collection from Diamond Press. And I received this as a Mother's Day gift. Isn't the box so pretty? This was originally, I think, the first sale they had it was $69. Well, it went on sale for like 30 something dollars, and that's when it was bought. Yay! I love a gift, but I love a gift when it's on a sale also. So anyway, let's get off of my being too thrifty. Let's open this baby up. And it is full. It is heavy. I know a lot of people have done unboxing. This is nothing new. I mean, they had it on clearance for, for a while now. But when that price dropped and I was like, oh my gosh, that's when they bought it for me. Because it's a lot. There's a lot. The box is packed. Okay. All right, let's go with the obvious. I'm not going to read the instruction sheets. You guys have seen this plenty of times, I'm sure. But we have our ephemera. We have our tape, which is, that's a lot of tape. Like, this is like a little over an inch. So yeah, that's good. We have our glitter glue or paste. It's not a lot, but I mean, it's pretty. So it's pink and fluorescent. All right. Okay, these are the dots. I believe they said it was 6 sheets of dots. We'll open that up in a minute. Our folder for marquise, which I'm not going to use now. We have foam squares. We have the smaller foam squares. These are always good to have because there's always tiny things that you have to pop up. The inks are in, let's see. Are those the names? They don't have a name on it, but it's like lilac and blue, pink, and like an aqua color or teal color. Let's put those over there. We have this for the paste. Okay. And I know the bulk of it is taken up by the folders and the envelopes, but I believe they said it was 72 of each, and that is great to have. Okay. We have our stencils, and I'm running through it because, like I said, you guys have seen this before, so I don't want to bore you with the same content. So it's the honeycomb and the floral and the sprinkles and the stamps, which I was super excited about. We'll open that in a second. We have the dies. These are supposed to do the mechanisms. I'm thinking that this is for like sentiments that the stamped ones, so you could just die cut them out and it'll have that fold in the middle. So yeah, that's cool. And the paper, which is so pretty. So we have the birds, we have the florals, that matches the box, and they even have like really pretty patterns in the back, so that's neat. So like if you wanted to make a box out of one of these, you wouldn't have any problem. Very nice. Is it cute? Okay. So it's basically the same, and it has kind of like a sheen on it, so it's very pretty. Okay. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut a piece of this one because this is the one that just captured my attention. And then we'll decide on all this other stuff. We'll open the ephemera together and the stamps, but I just want to get the paper out the way. And I will cut out the little mechanism for the sentiment inside. That way I don't bore you with that either. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the mechanisms cut along with a fence, which I thought a white picket fence was cute. And against every part of my cheap bean, I cut up the whole sheet because I plan to use, this is going to kill me, guys, this for the inside. And only because it's for the video and I want to have the full experience of doing one of these, because normally I make all my stuff. I make my panels if I want decoration on it. If I have the pattern paper that feels nice, then I use that. If not, I make my own. So yeah. This is taking me outside of my comfort zone, because you could have honestly gotten 4 cards, 4 pretty front panels with this, right? So yeah. Okay, let me get over myself. And everything in me wanted to go choose a paper I like the least. But now let's just go for it. Okay, one of the biggest reasons I like the set was because of the sentiments. You get a lot. I mean, honestly, for $30-something, you would spend more than that on the stamps. Because I've done it. So, and they're a nice size. So if you, I have a lot of sentiments, but I don't have a lot for like focal points. So I wasn't only thinking about pop-ups. I was thinking about the front of the card, right? Sometimes you need something that takes up space. And I don't have a lot of that aside from like the Crafter's Companion Christmas ones and stuff. They really, the way it's worded, I would put them most likely inside of the card. And because of the size, it doesn't give me room to decorate the outside unless I make a really big card. So this is perfect because they're big enough to make a statement and still small enough that you can embellish. So yeah, this is one of the things that I was like, oh my gosh, you know, and I would love to have the Christmas one, but that's not happening. All right, unless it goes on a good sale. Never say never. All right, everyone dislikes having these, but sometimes we need it because it's, you know, life. You're in my prayers, all kinds of thoughtful things. But then you also have like brighter days ahead. That can be just someone going through a stress or, you know, losing a job or whatnot. It doesn't necessarily have to be the loss of a loved one, right? But they're good to have if you need them. Happy mail, thanks, thank you. So all of these are a size so that you can put them, I guess, on these things. Let me see. This would be like either medium. Yeah, so if you wanted to, you could cut this out with one of those mechanisms that you could glue here. And the set is supposed to keep going after all of the ephemera and whatnot is gone. So that's pretty neat. And I see why now they had the one that looked like a banner. That was a thinner piece. Let me get that. This one, because all of these would fit perfectly on that. So yeah. Okay, yeah, this is really cool. So we have 3 pages of stamps, which is amazing. And it's a large page. I mean, this is 11. So it's the size of a almost like a sheet of paper. Is 8 1/4 by 11. Very cool. But I don't think I'm using those today. And we're done with this for now. So we have our color of the pattern that we're going to use. And I'm automatically drawn to this one, but I want to see what this has in it. And the only reason that I'm not going to do the mix and matchy thing is because this one has gold and this one has silver. And that will bug me if I was to mix it, unless it's like a holiday card that you're doing like bells and stuff like that. But these are so pretty. Yeah, I think these colors would go better with the pastel papers. This is more a little more darker. The tones are a little more muted, so I think we're gonna go with this. So yeah, I think this would be used more like in a sympathy card, which I really don't want to do. But we'll come up with something, right? Again, you guys have seen all this before, but there's tons of ephemera. So if you love making cards with ephemera, yeah. And then you have all the birthday ones. Let's see how these colors are. This is going to be the same thing though. Let's see. I mean, they do match, but I don't think it goes with the theme. So, the paper. See? See, that goes cute. Those colors match the bird. But I don't think I'm going to use that for this either. All right, let's put it over here. Separate it so I don't mix them up. And the final one, which is going to be my go-to this time. It's more like the thinking of you or grateful for you. Let's do it grateful for you. Let's see. Okay, this is part of it. Now we got to get the front. Okay. Is it in two different colors? Thinking. Oh, we could do it in green, or we could do it in blue. Let me see if I find the rest of the blue, just to break up the green a little bit, since there's going to be green inside. All right, let me find that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found the thinking of you, and I thought I was going to do the green, but it does nothing for it. I mean, it could be that when you add all of the other stuff in the back, but you see it just still gets washed away. So then I'm like, well, maybe we'll do the blue and then we'll use the green with something that has blue in it, right? So the blue does pop a little more, and even when you put stuff that has green on it, you can still see it. So let's do this. So it doesn't get too washed away, and it pops out a little bit more out of the card. So I think, yeah, I think we're gonna go with the blue in the inside. And then we're gonna have our picket fence. I think this is gonna be on the last one. And that's where we can build our flowers behind. And then for this, we're gonna use one of the stamps. Let me see, where did I put them? Let's see. They have in our prayers get well soon. Thinking of you, you made my day. Can we salvage it and make it a happier card? Let's see, make a wish party. No, you're not alone. Thinking of you and your caring thoughts. Oh, thinking of you, you're the best. Yeah, let's do that. It kind of makes the card a little happier. All right. So we're gonna stamp this out, and then we're gonna die cut it. Just a little more here. And I was off camera while I did that, right? Okay, so we're gonna put it there. I would have rather it been somewhere more in the middle, but this is where we're gonna put it, and we can put like a flower or something on this end. All right, I'm gonna tape this off. I'll cut it and be right back. Okay, so I did cut it out. I don't know if we're gonna use it yet, because if we do, I'm gonna have to cut out another one of these things, and I would have to do the smaller one, so we'll see. If not, we could just stick it somewhere. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So what I'm gonna pull out now is one of the cards. I'm supposed to have 72 of them in here. So they are thicker than most cards you receive, even though I don't like the texture too much. But yeah, they're thicker, so when you add layers, it'll really firm up. So yeah, okay, that's pretty good. And then these will go glued on the inside, just leaving a little bit of space. And if we have to trim them a little bit, we can, but I don't think we have to. So the green side will go in the inside, which is killing me. Okay. Maybe just about there. And I'm going to use some white glue. And I'm using white glue because I want to see how this paper handles it. So let's just put a little bit, excuse me, to tack it down. And then we can come back and glue the rest of it. Yeah, just about there. Okay. Well, it's handling it really well. It's not warping or anything. That's a good thing. Okay. Let's do the other side. And we're just going to do the same thing. Or we can see if we can match up the... Yeah, I think the other way was better. Going opposite directions. Okay, yeah, right about there. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hold it and tack it. And trust me, the things that you, the maker, is going to see and notice is not the same as what the person that you give this card to is going to notice. And that I've learned from experience. It's like when you're making, you're looking for the flaws. And when you're receiving it, you're just seeing the full thing and how pretty it is. While that sets, you can go ahead and add your outside panel. So I'm just seeing if I have to trim it down. Yeah, maybe just a little bit. And I'm going to use the other one that doesn't have a dent. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to take off like 1/8 of an inch, or maybe 1/16 of an inch. And over here as well. And now let's see how it fits. that's pretty good. Okay. Let's glue this into place. And we do have a little wiggle room. That already feels a whole lot thicker and nicer. Wow, that made such a difference. This paper is really pretty. So we have that. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're gonna glue these in place, and I'm gonna make sure that this thing is gonna clear it. And it will. So I'm gonna do the bottom one first. Let me just leave that there for reference. So you're supposed to end up on the fold. Oh yeah, that does work. Okay. That's so cute. Okay, so we'll glue the back ones also. And of course I have to give it time to dry because the wet glue does move. But I also feel that it's it holds up better. I can't speak today. I think today is going to be one of those days when my stuttering is off the chart. If you hear any long pauses between my speech, that's why. It's like everything you learn to live with whatever you have going on, right? Okay, so we're gonna glue that one. And now we have to use all three because I glued them all. All right, I'm gonna let that sit and dry, and then we'll be back. Okay, so I had to stop and clean up the rest of them just a little bit because I was getting overwhelmed. All right, let's start putting this together, and we're gonna do the thinking of you, and then we're gonna do the picket fence in the back. So I'm gonna glue the picket fence first, and I am going to use my white glue again. At some point I will use that tape, but for now let's just glue this down. Okay. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of space so you can see through it, and that's pretty good. And then we can let that set. And I think we'll use the tape for this one. I just want to see how it is. Even though I might still add a little bit of glue to it to help me move it if I have to. So just put that down, tear it. Let's get the thinking. I shifted my camera, so now I have to remember that I have to go up more. All right, we can put that there. So it would be thinking. And then the of you would go here. Okay, let's stick this down. Or maybe I'll just try it without it. Let's see how that goes. And I'm gonna fold this over on itself, because if you don't, it's gonna stick to everything. And I'm just gonna put this right here. Okay. So then we're going to add, rest of the thinking. I'm beginning to think that I should have put this one in the back, but it's already done, so. Okay, thinking, and now the of view. So this is what we have so far. And even though you can't see it much now, I think once we start poking these things in the back and putting like darker colors, the wording is gonna pop a little bit more. So I think it should be fine. Let's pop this out. Oh wait, we're gonna use the blue. Okay. And let's use our tape. I'm hoping that this time I can keep this tape free of all debris. Because the minute you let it fall like on a carpet, I have rugs in my office, and the minute it falls there, it gets all the fibers, and then it looks disgusting. So yeah, I think I'm rambling a lot today. All right, let's put this here. And we'll put the of here. Oh, just make sure none of that tape is on this side. You don't want it to stick to your card base. Okay, so we'll move it down a little bit more. Okay, so we have thinking of you, so it closes and pop. Okay, now instead of putting this up the way I thought I would, maybe I'll just put it here and then it could fold with the rest of the card. So we'll decide on that later after we put all of our flowers and stuff on it. Or we could just do the bigger flowers. Maybe something like that. And just add a couple of flowers and maybe the bird house. That's cute too. All right, let's do that. So I'm gonna glue this here, and then we'll build up around it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put glue on these spots, and then we can put this behind it. So let's do that. Boop, boop. And then we can get our little birdie and just put it there and just hold it for a second. Any of the excess glue I can take off, which I'm kind of thinking now maybe I should have used the tape for here. It's all good. Okay, so we have that there, and maybe we can put this flower here on this side, so we could just break up the pink and the peach and the blue a little bit, and then maybe put this flower on the other side, and then some foliage. So maybe something like this. Isn't that cute? Okay. I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm just going to pop some glue where I want my flower. Maybe a little less this time. And I may just dab some of it off. And then we could put our little flower in place. So it's coming together. And this one, I think we're gonna put it here. So put some little glue there. And add that. We can even bring it a little closer. It doesn't have to fill up the whole space, right? Because I don't want to waste too much either. Oh, I let it go too soon. All right. Let me just hold it there for a second. Okay. This glue usually tacks on pretty quick, which is why I'm comfortable using it for this specific project. And we'll put this one here, kind of at an angle. Okay. So let's bring this guy over. And just kind of glue it in place. All right, something like that. That is so cute. Look at that. I don't think it needs much more. And then maybe now we can use our little sentiment for the middle, which I'm going to crease well. So it kind of falls there. And what I'm going to do is then I'm going to tack it and then just move it so it goes to where it needs to, right? So it's going to go in the center there. And then make sure that it's going to close. So you see it did move. Okay, so we're going to leave it there for a little while. Let it dry. And then we'll be good to go. Okay. While that's drying, we can work on our sentiment, which I'm getting. Some people just make life better. So then when they pop it open, it says, "Thinking of you, you're the best." And instead of making a sad card, we're making something a little more happy. All right, then we get a piece of white card so we could stamp our sentiment. And I did take out a die, which is this one. I just kind of like it. And then I figured we could put some embellishments around it. Maybe a butterfly, or I think they had the bird here. Let me see. Oh, look, we have a little bird. So we can add stuff to it also, but let's just stamp it out for now. Okay. Boy, this chair of mine. All right. I'm enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. Honestly, guys. I can see me using it, even though I think I would, you know, go a little bit outside the box and bring in different collections, even from Diamond Press or from, I don't know, any company, and just mix and match things and just make it your own. But the ephemera is really pretty, and I've never been much of an ephemera user, but I think I might use it more often now. Maybe it's the type of ephemera that I've purchased before. It wasn't as pretty as this stuff. So yeah, now it's like I have the Christmas box on my mind, right? It must be really pretty. Okay. Let's put this to the side. So far those mats that I bought, those sticky mats that I bought off of Amazon, they work well. I mean, they do the job. They hold it in place. I haven't had to use much tape to stamp my stuff. Is it the best? No, I don't think so. I think there's better mats out there. But if you're on a budget, those mats that I put in, let me show you. Let's see where the other one is. It's these like photopolymer mats. They're supposed to stick to your and honestly, I don't think that's photopolymer. I think that's acrylic. But they're supposed to stick to your surfaces, and then if you're stamping, you put it in your platform, or if you're gonna stencil, you can just stick it onto your glass mat and you can stencil that way. It does hold the paper in place. I think later on in the future, when my budget allows, maybe I'll get the photopolymer. I think it'll stick better because this claimed it was photopolymer, but it's not photopolymer. I know it's not. Okay, so let's do this. Let's cut this out. I should have gone to a different part of the paper, but no, make it complicated, right? No, I think I messed this one up. Let's see if I didn't cut. Yeah, no, it's perfect still. All right, let's cut that. Now we can put it on a little higher and stick stuff to the bottom, or we can go in the center. I think we'll go in the center. All right. Let's run this one through. Let me get my plates. Kind of fits in with the theme. Let me put this to the side. Let's bring our card back in. And it's pretty much gluing. You could stick more stuff back there if you want. I just don't want to waste too much of it. But you can add like a butterfly if you want it. But then it's like, you have to think, does it need it? It might not, So, I don't know. We'll see. Let's just finish the other part. Let me try to close this without ruining my sentiment here. Okay. I have to glue this down. Okay. Let me add a little more adhesive there, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm not going to press it down all the way until that adhesive secures better, but we're going to put this here. And then we can add some of our embellishments to it. Let's see what we have. We can put a flower in the back or next to it, or maybe cut it. This is a cute flower as well. We can move it to the side and stick this here, but it's not going to give enough space, so I don't like that either. Oh, but we have a blue bird. Okay, so we may do something like that, and then maybe add some of the enamel dots that came with it. Yeah, I think that would be good. Okay, let's do that. Simple. Sometimes simple is just better, and the bird matches perfectly. So we'll go ahead and do that. You can pop this up if you want. I still wanted to go through the mail, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna glue it down flat so that it could still fit in an envelope, and we don't have to put a million stamps on it, right? Okay, so let's add some adhesive. And we can glue this down. Let me just see where I want it. Maybe a little higher. Okay. Something like that. And then we can put our bird here, and we'll get some dots and put it down. So we're gonna glue our bird down also. All right, let's just get this guy here. Bring him close to the edge. So we have that there. So cute. Let me see if there's anything else maybe small that we can add. No, it's like most of these things are pretty big. They're supposed to be meant more for the inside, I think. But let's get our dots. Okay. We're almost done. So I want to use the color that matches the blue. And we have these. So we just got to see what we want to add. Let me get a pokey tool. For those of you who have asked about these things, they're just, it's a jewelry scribe, and I just put beads on it, which I have to remake it. I might make a video making a new one, maybe without the silver pieces because they tarnished. And yeah, I like mine to be shiny and pretty. Okay, so we're gonna, I don't think we're gonna use the biggest dot. I think we're just gonna put 2 dots here. Or maybe just add dots to the 4 corners. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. And we just got to decide which one we want. Look how cute that is. Oh, I love it. And I'll put the last one here. Could use the smaller ones, but I just think the bigger ones make a better statement. Okay, so now we have that. I would have probably used a smaller die, but it's fine, it works. You could have put more flowers in the back, but I honestly don't think it needs it. The paper's so pretty, I don't want to take away from that either. And then when they open it, it pops up. So cute. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. All right, guys, that's my little project for today. I'm going to cut it down because I know there's a lot of my rambling. But I'll talk to you real soon. All right, bye-bye.